conservatorship is doing me way more harm than good. I deserve to have a life. I've worked my whole life. I deserve to have a 2 to 3 year break and just, do what I want to do. But I do feel like there is a crunch here, and I feel like I feel open and I'm okay to talk to you today about it. But I wish I could stay with you on the phone forever, because when I get off the phone with you, all of a sudden, I hear all these no's, no, and then all of a sudden I feel ganged up on, and I feel bullied, and I feel left out and alone, and I'm tired of feeling alone. I deserve to have the same rights as anybody does by having a child, a family, any of those things, and more so.
Doctors have noticed a rampant increase in patients reporting severe neck and upper back pain. This growing trend is likely caused by people spending more time in front of their screens in the past year. It's become common that even a new term was coined, quarantine neck. This is why I highly recommend Magic Hands. Magic Hands uses revolutionary technology that recreates the feeling of a lifelike massage in your own home and reverses the pain caused by quarantine neck. Magic Hands features specialized materials, adjustable wrist supports, and multiple color options. 4 deep kneading nodes designed to recreate a lifelike shiatsu massage, customizable massages to make every session unique, heat functionality, and breathable mesh covering. Get Magic Hands today by going to www.magichandmassage.com. That's magichandmassage.com, or visit the link below. Muchachos y muchachas, if you've been following Britney Spears on social media, more particularly Instagram, then you already know the bizarre, weird posts that have been ongoing with her feed. I mean, they've just been very sporadic, and her behavior just does not seem normal. It doesn't seem relaxed and natural. There's one latest one that I'll show you that just really was the tipping point for a lot of her followers. There's even an account dedicated to her called Free Britney Spears. I believe I'm paraphrasing, at least, on Instagram, and it's got a great following. But the entire situation with Britney Spears is that she's been under a conservatorship in which she has been controlled mainly by her father. A lot of approvals need to go by him on everything that she does. And so, with that being said, she hasn't really had full control of her own life for the past over a decade, really. And she recently had a hearing yesterday in which shed a lot of light on a lot of things that we've been wondering about. A lot of people call her out on, not call her out in a bad way, but, they call it out on social media like, hey, Britney, we're worried about you. You don't look normal. You look stressed out, all these things. And a lot of what she said through this leaked audio confirmed a lot of what people were thinking. And if you haven't heard it, if you're on Instagram, go follow me on Instagram. It's linked in my description below. I have it posted there. It's about a 23-minute leaked audio, and it's something that you do want to listen to. But anyway, besides that, there have been a lot of things that she said that were actually truth bombs. So I wanted to sort of go through some of the high points. These made headlines, but I listened to the actual recording myself, so I can sort of, paraphrase and, go through these headlines. So I sort of wanted to go through the explanation of what exactly a conservatorship was or is. I know that many people may not know what it is, so I think that would be helpful. So just to understand Britney's situation a little bit better, let's just do a little learning piece here. How do conservatorships work? When a person is considered to have a severely diminished mental capacity, a court can step in and grant someone the power to make financial decisions and major life choices for them. If you guys remember, Britney's famous meltdown where she shaves her hair off and she attacks the paparazzi with an umbrella. I think that's one component of her many episodes in which she just really, lost it, and we don't know the full scale of the situation yet. And I think this is why it's important for Britney to have her own voice, because we don't know what drove her to that extent. You know, she looks like she had been controlled since she was a kid. It says, California law says conservatorship, called a guardianship in some states, is justified for a person who is unable to provide properly for his or her personal needs for physical health, food, clothing, or shelter, or for someone who is substantially unable to manage his or her own financial resources or resist fraud or undue influence. The conservator, as the appointee puts in charge, is called maybe a family member, a close friend, or court-appointed a professional. So how does Spears work? How does her conservatorship work? It says, with a fortune of more than $50 million comes secrecy, and the court closely guards the inner workings of Spears' conservatorship. Some aspects may be revealed in documents. The conservatorship has the power to restrict her visitors. It arranges and oversees her visits with her sons, ages 14 and 15, with father Kevin Federline, has full custody. It has the power to take out restraining orders in her name, in which has used more than once to keep away interlopers deemed shady. It was a power to make her medical decisions and her business deals. She said Wednesday's hearing that she has been compelled to take drugs against her will, forced to use birth control, and required to undertake performances when she didn't want to. Now, a lot of her social media posts, it makes me wonder too, because she does a lot of these twirly dancing videos, a lot of these costume changes, and you know, she always looks tired. She always looks, almost forced to do it. So it just makes me wonder, what exactly is her own will? What is against her will, showcased for the public on her social media. Legally, Spears can get married, but the conservatorship must approve. As with other major life decisions, Spears said Wednesday that she wants to get married and have another child, but has been denied the chance to do either. So subject to California law, conservatorships is subject to annual accountings and reviews from a court investigator. So meaning that she has to check in and do this big evaluation before they say, okay, like you're cool being on your own. It's like a periodic check-in. And if you're wondering who is in control, who has the power over Spears, her father has largely been in charge through the years, and the stereotypical image of a parent preying on a famous child's fortune fuels enmity against James Spears and the conservatorship, though his very move is scrutinized by the court. So just so you know, that is what a conservatorship is. And in regards to Britney's specific case, her specificity in power, it has to do with her father. So I'm actually going to open this one up. This one caught my eye. So her audio really, again, just dropped a lot of truth bombs, including just the conditions in which she is held against her will. She even mentioned in the recording that when this call is done, she wishes that she could talk to the outside world, meaning the judge, at that very moment, because the moment that court proceeding was done, that she was immediately controlled after it. And it absolutely shows through her social media. I'm just going to go headline by headline and sort of go through the motions that way, because again, I listened to the recording and I've actually listened to it twice. So I understand what she was trying to convey here. It says, my management should be in jail. Britney Spears compares herself to Miley Cyrus, who can smoke joints on stage without being punished, and she slams harsh way she's been treated for her mistakes. So I thought that particular statement that Britney Spears made was really interesting. So as you guys know, as we just went through, the power of, or not the power of attorney, but the power of conservatorship right now is her father. So many decisions have to go through him. So, she made the statement about Miley Cyrus smoking joints on stage. And then she also continued her statement by saying there are no repercussions for these young kids making all these stupid, moves, but yet she's being controlled and held against her will. So I thought that was a pretty interesting statement to make. And it also makes me wonder what sort of, ethics Britney actually hold in her head, rather what is on portrayed on social media, because obviously this whole thing is combating the entire idea of what she's been portraying on her social media. The next one, Britney Spears admits her bizarre social media posts are a lie in a shocking conservatorship testimony. She says, I've lied and told the whole world I'm okay and I'm happy. It's a lie. Britney Spears told the court, I've been in denial. I've been in shock. I'm traumatized. Britney's social media posts are often dissected and deconstructed by fans looking for a way into the mind of the toxic singer. And I'm going to actually go through some of these posts because, again, you know, the way that she portrays or has portrayed herself, it's very true. You know, she has denied over and over again that nothing is wrong. I even wondered, you know, the people in her post, if they're even involved in the, you know, the control of Britney Spears. But let's take a look at some of these posts. One in particular I'm going to start off with because this one really had the attention of a lot of people. And I'm going to go through some of these comments too. Let's see.
Okay, so I hear that you guys have been writing in, and I'm here to answer all of your questions. The first main question that you guys have been asking me is, what's my favorite business trip that I ever took? My favorite business trip was probably a trip to Italy. Donatella Versace, she flew me there.
Go through it again.
And just to stay in her beautiful villa. It was beautiful. She fined and dined us, and huge fashion shows. It was really, really fun. The second question is, what's my shoe size? My shoe size is a size 7. Question is, am I ready to take the stage again? Am I going to take the stage again? Will I ever take the stage again? I have no idea. I'm having fun right now. I'm in transition in my life, and I'm enjoying myself. So that's it.
Okay. So I wanted you to watch it in full. Now I'm going to kind of go through it again, and I'm going to pause and give my commentary. First of all, her body language is, you know, swaying back and forth as if she's not at rest. She looks nervous. She looks like she just wants to get this through. And then also hear what she has to say. Listen.
Okay, so I hear that you guys...
Okay, so I hear that you guys have a lot of questions or asking these questions. Rather than the immediate thing that she would say if she had full control of this Instagram account, in my opinion, would be, I see your questions or I see what you're writing. So I think that's an immediate tip off that she has no control over her social media account, and that these posts are possibly forced on Britney, either by management, combination of her father also. So, which I just want you guys to think, like, that's a little bit sick. So she said, I hear you guys asking these questions, rather than I'm reading your questions. I think that would just be psychologically the first thing that you would say if you actually read through comments and had control of your account.
And writing in, and I'm here to answer all of your questions. The first main question that you guys have been asking me is, what's my favorite business trip that I ever took? My favorite business trip was probably a trip to Italy. Donatella Versace, she flew me there, and just to stay in her beautiful villa. It was beautiful. She fined and dined us, and huge fashion shows. It was really, really fun. The second question is, what's my shoe size? My shoe size is a size 7. Question is, am I ready to take the stage again? Am I going to take the stage again? Will I ever take the stage again? I have no idea. I'm having fun right now. I'm in transition in my life, and I'm enjoying myself. So that's it.
So yeah, I mean, these are questions that I don't think are being asked of her. So let's just go through some of the comments here. It says, honey, no, we didn't ask you these. We love you though. Like, nobody is asking her these questions. If you go through most of the posts, most of what they're saying is a concern. You know, they're saying these things out of concern. Hey, what are you doing? You know, are you okay? That's most of the posts, especially with videos like this. Another comment says, nobody asking you these, queen. And then it says, yes, here we go. The questions we didn't ask for. Jamie noticed, we love you, Britney. We just want to support you. You know that. Keep enjoying yourself. And then, of course, every post like this leaves me with more questions and answers. She hears she hears what we've been writing in. So happy you're happy. No, I mean, that's just not, that's oblivious, because if you have a little bit of critical thinking and can assess her body language, it doesn't seem right. Favorite business trip asked by no one. see, that's what the concern is. Okay, so no, So she's admitting that these posts they're bizarre and that they're a lie. And actually, I just want to comment on this, that Britney actually seemed she spoke really fast in her testimony, but she actually seemed articulate. She actually seemed like she she actually had preparedness in what she had to say, which, breaks my heart, because it's like she really is desperate to get out of her situation. So there you have it, and again, if you want to go Britney Spears, she has costume changes here, and I find this, let me turn off just to avoid copyright strike. We turn off the music. I'm going on a boat for dinner tonight, y'all. What do you think? I should wear this suit or a dress? And she just has like multiple things like this, multiple posts. So anyway, moving forward. And she mentioned that her dad, my management should be in jail. So she also mentioned a statement that her entire family should be in jail. Like she really has this had this animosity towards her family, and I get it. Look, if they're leeching off of her fortune, and this is how they have lived their lifestyle for the past few decades, ever since she was a kid, because really she was a star since she was in Mickey Mouse Club, then how would they make their fortune? It's like they were going to have to request an allowance or something, because they probably have been living off her fortune this entire life. And she has a lot of animosity against that. And then it continues, no nails, no hairstyling, no massages, no acupuncture. Britney Spears claims that she was banned from self-care for a year in shock revelation in conservatorship case. This particular statement, she was frustrated because, they blamed it on the cocoa, that she couldn't go out and get her hair done, her nails done, or anything like that, all the shops, salons were closed, and all of that matter. And she then stated that, but it was funny that her staff or her household, I guess, would come home with like fresh nails. Her mother, she even said this against her mother. Her mother would come home with like fresh hair, fresh nails, but yet she wasn't allowed to go do any pampering. I mean, that is frustrating. Let's just be real. Us girls like to take care of ourselves. We like to get our hair done, our nails. I mean, like I do. So when you have the means to do it, and it's an entire, power over you saying, no, you can't do it, and you're a grown adult female, like, yeah, that's pretty frustrating. And I would be mad at my own family too if they administered that type of control over me. So she hasn't been able to get her hair done, her makeup done, her nails done, and it does kind of show in her posts, and that not to down her at all, but it's like, she always looks tired and all these things. And that's entirely concerning. Her parents they seem to be, and I don't know this to be true, but they seem to be leeching off of her fortune. So she really, I mean, her mom, she responded to this. She says, Britney Spears' mom, Lynette, admitted she's very concerned for her, a very concerned mother after hearing her daughter's shocking testimony on Wednesday on her ongoing conservatorship battle. I mean, here's the thing. If you're a mother and you see, I mean, this has to be some sort of really screwed up family to allow a family member like this go through what they're going through and see it with your own eyes. I mean, how could you not see that she's going through this and not say anything beforehand? Why does it take a conservatorship testimony to do that? To see that they're in peril, that they're frustrated. I'm pretty sure she knew this beforehand. So anyway, guys, did you hear the hearing? If you didn't, go to my Instagram. I posted it on there, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts on Britney's situation. She's being held against her will. I mean, this is just crazy. And that's another thing. I didn't find the headline, but I always forget at the very end. I always remember. But she mentioned that her situation is very similar to human trafficking. I'm just gonna say that because apparently YouTube doesn't like that word. Yeah, she compared her situation to being human trafficked. And I would have to agree, being held against your will and not being able to do what you want to do for the past few decades, and you're a grown woman, like, yeah, she's being held against her will. And I really hope that the justice system alleviates her from this horrible situation. I just think that she is overdue for allowing her own voice to speak. And that's also something that she said. She wanted the world to know her story. She wanted to tell the world of her story. So anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. I really hope that the court system can alleviate her and really give her her due freedom, so many years later. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I'll catch you in the next. Muchachos y muchachas, I hope you enjoyed that video. There are a lot more videos like that and more on my new platform, NatlyDenise.tv, where you can also catch some of my old documentaries that you guys loved so much last year. That plus more. I just launched a new membership, Natly Denise Exclusives, in which we'll host new content, very exclusive content, some of which is based and unpopular with the mainstream, so therefore it has to be hosted there. Please consider signing up at NatlyDenise.tv. Also, please remember that I have a merch store, NatlyDeniseGear.com, which is also linked in my description below, in which a portion of every single sale will go towards human trafficking rescue and aftercare. Thank you guys so much for your support. See you later.
Goodbye.